Hey, super glue in the morning? Well, sis, it's time to shake them off. Welcome to Wake Up Happy Sis, the show that jumpstarts your day with a bang. We're strolling down these self-care streets as we navigate the maze of wellness and healing. We're helping you live happy, healed, and whole. And we do it all with a hearty dose of belly laughs for good measure. Stay tuned and get ready to wake up happy, sis. Welcome, everybody. It's your girl, Leanne Dulce, Chief Self-Love Officer over here at Wake Up Happy Sis, and you're tuned in to the Wake Up Happy Sis show, where we're broadcasting live on KCCR Cityscape Radio. I'm a little under the weather today, so forgive me if I'm not my usually peppy, bundle of joy, but I'm feeling a little under the weather, and Sharonda is out at a conference, so you'll just have me today. But today we're talking about how fitness and mental sharpness are not really just good for your body, but they are actually great for your career. Yes, we're talking about being fit for success. Now, we're going to talk about some practical ways that you can integrate fitness and healthy living into your busy schedule, how you can harness the power of nutrition to boost your brain function, and how you can adopt quick exercises that really fit right into your workout hustle. So it doesn't matter if you're a size 2 or a size 22, right? Just being fit. Talking about how you can live your best life and how you can take those lessons and all of that and that greater energy you're going to feel and harness it into your career. Power for power. Okay. So grab your smoothie, your favorite cup of joe, a cup of water, tie up those laces and get ready to turn your fitness goals into career gold. And if y'all see me looking off to the side, it's because I'm talking to the people over there on TikTok. So, hey, TikTok fam, hey, Instagram fam, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Hey, everybody. I'm so glad you're here this morning. So, I was debating whether I was even coming today because, like I told you, I'm under the weather. So I'm not feeling my best, but the show must go on, right? So I am here to give you the best of what I have. So let's talk about how we can start our day with energizing activities that boost our energy and they're going to boost our efficiency. Now, in the mornings, one thing I highly recommend is that you start your day with a guided meditation that's focused on setting your intentions for the day. I want you to visualize tackling your tasks with confidence, vigor, and ease. Okay? I want you to use affirmations like, I'm powerful, I'm capable, I'm unstoppable today. That's going to help instill a positive mindset. Now, this practice is going to help reduce your morning anxiety. It's going to help you increase your focus, and that's going to make you more effective throughout the day, right? And that's our goal. I strongly believe that we have to start our day with intentions. I try to start mine with gratitude as well as meditation, right? Just taking some time for myself to think about the tasks that I have going on in the day, focus my energy on being the best that I can be in that day. I try to speak confidence and love and light into myself about any negative situations or hard tasks. And then what I try to do is take some of that anxiety and that fear that it may come or stress, turn it from distress into eustress, which is good stress, which helps us become motivated by a difficult task or things that we have to accomplish. So starting with that morning meditation, setting your intention is really one great way to really help you be effective, more efficient, and more focused throughout the day. And then, they say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So don't skip it. Now, we're not saying go hard and heavy on the breakfast, right? But you want to get yourself a breakfast that's rich in protein and complex carbs to fuel your body for a demanding day. Now, you may also have a nutritional regimen that's different, that guides you on what you should eat for breakfast, but make sure you are getting something. It could be Greek yogurt with nuts or berries. It could be whole grain toast with avocado and a poached egg, because those types of food release energy slowly and it keeps you satiated and energized longer. That's going to prevent those mid morning crashes. So if you're one of those people that has to have 4 cups of coffee in the morning, or you gonna crash by noon, maybe we cut back a little bit on some of the coffee and we put some protein and complex carb rich foods that can help sustain us longer and we don't have those mid morning crashes. Okay. So the third thing, this to me is one of my most favorites, right? I like to create, well, I have multiple playlists, but I always try to keep some upbeat and motivational music on that's going to invigorate my morning routine. I'm going to dance around a little bit while I'm getting ready. Now, I work from home, so I don't have to leave the house to do what I need to do, right? But I got my music on, it's upbeat. And if we're talking beats per minute, around 120 beats per minute, because that can stimulate your brain and your body. That's going to provide an energy boost. Again, going to help you get through your day. It's going to help you not have those mid-morning crashes, right? Because we've got more energy, more pep in our step. You know, a good little two-step, a good little song going to get you going in the morning, right? Like Run the World by Beyonce, right? The music itself is empowering, but it's going to inspire and empower, as you prepare for your day. Because I think that's important. We have to make sure that we are doing all the things at the beginning of our day, because to me, that sets the tone of our day. If you wake up and you are not happy when you wake up, then take that moment, that first 10 minutes to meditate, to set your intention, to pray, to express gratitude for your day, so that when the new things come about in the day, you're not stressed. You've already started your day off. Take a deep breath. That sometimes is enough to kind of settle me when I'm feeling a little distressed, a little anxiety, or if I wake up on the wrong side of the bed in the morning. I really try to take the first couple of minutes to calm myself, to center myself, to focus myself, and to speak love and light into myself so that I can change the energy that I'm starting my day with. Because I strongly believe the energy we start with is what's going to carry us through the day, right? We need that. We need to be able to say, yes, I may not be happy in this moment, but let me be mindful and figure out why. We're not judging why, but we're figuring out our why. What's going on in my body, in my mind, in my spirit and soul that has me unhappy this morning? How can I change that? What are my intentions so that I can get out of this negative headspace and get back into a positive and happy one? Because that's what's important here, right? We need to start our day with intention, with focus, with happiness, with love. The goal is for us to always what? Wake up happy. And even if you don't, figure out how to get to happy quickly. Because how you start your day can impact how you carry out and how you end your day. I'm a firm believer in that. And we don't want to just be here and we're going into work. You hate your job. You got to commute. That's another whole stress, right? So start your day with intention, with love, with happiness. Get that playlist going. Make sure that you have your drive to work playlist that's happy, upbeat, not a lot of aggression in the music, right? Because it's already a stressful commute, especially if you live in Georgia, baby. Atlanta traffic, baby. Then, before you even get on the go, you can also have your morning stretch routine. Some people like to work out first thing in the morning because it gives them that extra boost they need, right? But you can just do a 5 minute, you can introduce a 5 minute stretch routine that targets your major muscle groups, your neck, your shoulders, your back, and your legs to help awaken your body. So imagine you get up in the morning, you meditate, you're going to go to the bathroom, do all the freshen up things that you have to do. You're going to do your morning stretching because you can do arm sweeps, torso twists, and it could be just something simple like you twisting, you're stretching out your back. There are a lot of apps on your phone and on YouTube that you can do yoga poses and stretching, that people do dance fun videos if you're not able or don't want to go to the gym, right? And you're looking for more cost effective alternatives. You don't have to leave your house. There are a lot of things that you can do, right? And what I like about stretching and all of that is that it can be done even if you have limited space. And it's going to help increase your blood flow. It's going to reduce stiffness. And as we get older, baby, sometimes that getting out of bed alone requires a stretch before we can even attempt to get out the bed, get the blood circulating. Right? You ever got out the bed and you take that first step and you like, oh, whoa, hold up, what happened? Right? Happens to all of us. But getting that boost in, starting in the morning and just saying, you know what? I'm going to get myself together. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stretch, And if you have mobility issues, they do have chair stretches and Pilates and yoga that you can do as well. So you're going at your level, at your pace, at your speed, but you're just doing a morning stretch routine, 5 minutes to loosen up and limber you up and increase your energy. You can do this, right? And then you can practice visualization techniques. This is also one of my favorites, okay? And visualize the day's successes. That's so important. So you can, for instance, let's say you have a meeting with a difficult client. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to picture in your mind's eye and just be able to see it clearly is how that meeting is going to go. You're going to come in ready with your presentation or ready to help them, right? The conversation is going to be amazing. You're going to give so much value and pour so much into that client. They're going to leave fulfilled, happy. The target has been not just met, but it's been obliterated, baby. You killed it. Feel how it's going to feel when you achieve that. How are you going to feel? Right? Picture what you're going to say. Your mannerisms, how you're going to sit. Picture every detail. Are you in a conference room? Are you in a coffee house? Are you meeting at a library? Are you meeting at the client's house? Do you have an office space that your client is coming to? Which conference room are you in? Right? Are you drinking coffee, tea, water? What is your client having? What are you wearing? Are you wearing your best power suit so you feel strong, courageous, and successful? All of those things are great visualization techniques. And you can do that as you're meditating as well in the beginning and just visualizing in your mind's eye what that meeting is going to look like. Visualize the success you want, because this mental rehearsal can actually increase your actual performance, and it's going to help instill a greater sense of confidence and control for this thing that you're going into, for this task ahead of you. And that's so important, right? So, are there different things that you do in the morning? Do you want me to read them out? You can comment on YouTube or um, TikTok, or you can comment on Facebook, and I will be able to read your comments here. Now, the quickest energizing morning routines. I'll just give you an example, okay? A brief meditation with a physical activity. So you're going to start with 3 minutes of focused breathing exercises to clear your mind and set your intentions. You're going to follow this with a 2-minute high energy dance, and it could be 2 to 3 minutes, high energy dance to a song that really uplifts your spirit, something upbeat and powerful, like You Can't Break My Soul. Beyonce really do have all the dance hits, right? Who Runs the World? Pick one of her upbeat tempo songs and just dance, right? Now, this combo invigorates both your mind and your body, because it's going to also pump up your energy levels for your day ahead. That's super important, because it's about maximizing the impact of our first critical moments after waking up to really set a dynamic and positive tone for the rest of your day. Okay? We're setting ourselves up for success throughout the day. And when you start your day with more energy, vigor, pep, and happiness, you might find that you need less cups of coffee. And you might find that you don't have to be that "don't talk to me before I've had my second cup of coffee" morning type of person. You can maybe even become that peppy person that you'll be like, "Ooh, if she don't calm down," right? It's about how do we maximize the time that we have? Because the first few moments is so pivotal. First few moments is so pivotal. We're setting the intention for the rest of our day. Now, when we're talking about meditation, morning meditation, it helps reduce stress, it helps center your thoughts, and it prepares you to handle workplace challenges with a calm, focused mindset. And you can do a 1-minute meditation at any time throughout the day. It doesn't just have to be morning, but I believe focusing in the morning and starting that way is a great way to start your day. It enhances your concentration. It's allowing you to maintain better control over your tasks, deadlines, and details. So by starting your day with meditation, you're essentially programming your mind for success. And that's what we want all times, right? Ensuring that you approach your professional interactions and decisions with clarity and poise. Because that's what we're here for, right? We're here to crush our day, to be successful, make an impact at our business and or jobs. Now, this practice can transform not just your mornings, but your entire approach to work and productivity. So you want to do it and be consistent with it. We start small and we start consistent with the small things, and then we build on after we've made the small thing a habit. They say it takes 21 days? So in 30 days, this could be your habit. And then you add one more little thing, right? What about that? So we also talked a little bit about, hey, I want to make sure I don't miss breakfast. So what do I do, right? What do I eat? What is a nutritious, easy to prepare breakfast for my busy mornings? Because I got to be in and out. I got to be at, look, first of all, we're going to wake up 30 minutes earlier than we normally do so that we're not feeling rushed in the morning, because feeling rushed in the morning is another way to increase the stress, to increase your anxiety. But you could have a smoothie bowl. It's perfect for rush mornings. You just blend a banana with spinach, get you some protein powder, some almond milk, and a tablespoon of flaxseed. You can top it with toasted almonds, some berries, and some chia seeds, right? The meal is rich in protein, fiber, and essential nutrients. So it's going to provide you sustained energy. So hopefully you're not going to have the mid-morning crash. And it's not going to take too much time to prepare. This is a few minutes to get all this together. The longest time is the blending, right? And if you put your stuff into little packages first, you can easily just drop it in and blend, right? And it's delicious. You can prep them all in advance so you can have them in the freezer. And that way you don't really need ice, but it'll give it a little bit of a thicker texture because your your fruits and that are in the freezer. So now you don't need ice and it'll thicken it up a little bit. So, what's your favorite go-to meal? Mine is definitely a smoothie. I love my little smoothie because it definitely does give me a pick me up and help me throughout the day. I've got to find one that's not as sweet because I don't tolerate sugar too well. So I'm always looking for options that can give me a hint of sweet, but not too much. So, and let's talk about a couple of stretches that you can do in the morning that can be gentle yet invigorating. So you can start with neck rolls to help relieve overnight tension. And I do that a lot, right? And I'll just slowly go around. And where I feel tension, I'll stop for a second before I move on. And I'm going to go both directions, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise. And I'm going to take my time, right? And you could be doing shoulder shrugs, arm circles, okay? You could be doing side stretches, right? That helps elongate your torso and improves your flexibility. And don't forget about those knees, okay? Do a couple of walking backwards exercises. You can then finish with forward bends that are going to waken your hamstrings and your back muscles. Now, this routine only takes a few minutes, but it significantly enhances your mobility and your alertness. It's going to make you feel more awake and ready to tackle any day, baby. Okay? You can do this. You got this. So, what's your morning stretch routine? If you don't have one, again, go on YouTube. There are a lot of really great fitness instructors. Find a reputable one. Don't just follow anybody, right? Find a reputable instructor, or they have a lot of apps on your phone that can help you and give you different stretches based on your fitness level and your mobility level, age, all of that, right? So we're going to take a brief pause for the cause, and we'll be right back. You're tuned in to the Wake Up Happy Sis show on KCCR Cityscape Radio, where we're changing the narrative for our people because we're always telling our stories our way. But are you listening? We'll be right back after this message. Hey, sis. Ever feel like you're on the verge of a meltdown? Are you overwhelmed from juggling your job, your family, and trying to fit in me time, but seriously dropping the ball on that last one? Guess what? You're not alone. Introducing the Burnout Recovery Kit. It's your 14-day lifeline to go from burnt out to lit up. Get ready to reclaim your joy, energy, and that I've got this attitude. Grab your free ebook, a purpose-driven workbook, daily email prompts, as well as SMS boosters and Q&A sessions. It's like a spa day for your soul, and guess what? It's totally free. Don't waste another minute feeling drained. Go to officialburnoutrecoverykit.com right now and kickstart your transformation. The Burnout Recovery Kit, because you deserve to be at the top of your own to-do list. Don't just cope, thrive, sis. All right, and we are back. So thank you for tuning in. We're going to switch gears a little bit, and now we're going to really talk about mental fitness for career longevity, right? Because what I want you to do is to start developing strategies to maintain mental and emotional well-being, especially if you're in a high pressure career, right? Because that's super important. So, daily mindfulness practices, right, really have the most impact and benefit on your mental health, especially in these more professional, not professional, but stressful work environments, because they're going to help you reduce your stress, enhance your concentration, promote a calm, collected mindset. And those are so important when you are in a high stress, high performance work environment. I always recommend focused breathing, mindful walking, or using meditation apps during your breaks. Okay. They have the 5-5-5 breathing technique. This is one thing that you can do anywhere, everywhere, right? You're going to breathe in for 5 seconds, hold it for 5 seconds, and then exhale for 5 seconds, because this can significantly lower your stress levels and improve your emotional regulation throughout the day. So before you go into that stressful meeting, you're going to breathe in. Okay. Breathing, when you're breathing in, I want you to think positive thoughts. Think about whatever that stressful thing is, successfully navigating it. You're going to hold for 5 seconds, continuing to shower yourself with those wonderful, happy, positive thoughts. And when you breathe out for 5 seconds, you are breathing out and letting go all of that tension, all of the fear, all of the anxiety. When you breathe out, you're letting it go. So you're going to breathe in through your nose for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, exhale for 5 seconds through your mouth. So like we'll do it together. Okay, breathe in for 5. Now you're going to exhale for 5. Something simple as that can help relieve anxiety and stress. So before you have that conversation that you know is a tough conversation, just try that. See how it helps. Now, there's also cognitive behavioral strategies to help manage work-related anxiety and stress as well. You have techniques like reframing your negative thoughts, right? For every negative thought, reframe it into a positive thought. How do we set realistic and achievable goals, but are still stretch goals, but they're still realistic and attainable? And one of my favorites, maintaining a gratitude journal. And every night you write in it 5 things that you are grateful for today. And in a span of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you do not use the same gratitude statement twice. So let's say in a month, right? And it doesn't have to be major things, right? One thing I'm grateful for is that I woke up this morning with a clear mind and a happy heart. I'm happy that even though I made mistakes yesterday, I'm grateful that even though I made mistakes yesterday, I can um, atone for what I've done wrong, and I can apologize, and I can try to take the lesson and be a better person so that it doesn't happen again. I'm grateful that I can walk outside my house and breathe fresh air. I'm grateful for the green grass, for the blue sky, for the clouds. There are so many things. I'm grateful that I got to see a baby laugh yesterday, whatever it is. There are so many things that we can be grateful for. So if you wrote, not even 5, let's say you wrote 3 things for 30 days, see how it's not changing you at the end of that 30 days, right? Because they really they can transform your approach to your challenges at work. Because you're changing your mindset. You are now tackling your challenges because you're planning them out and setting goals for them. And you're reframing the negative thoughts that you have about your job, about the people at your job, maybe about tasks or projects that you have, interactions that you've had. We're reframing them into positivity. And then think about doing maybe a digital detox, right? Sometimes we have to unplug to unwind, right? That's going to help you decrease the mental clutter and the dependency that we have on our electronic devices. I know some of you are like, whoa, 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 you're going too far, girl. I can't be without my devices. Yes, you can. You 100% can. And if you want to drop in and join the show and talk to us, you can go to WUHS as in Sam.in/join the live. All is one word. Join the live. All is one word. And you can pop in if you want to and share with us and my listeners some of your practices for being fit for success, right? But digital detoxes are necessary, people. Maybe in the evenings you have a specific time that you cut your devices off. Now, it may not be turned off, but it may be put in silent mode except for emergencies, because you always need to be available for emergencies. So I'm not a fan of turning your phone off. I am a fan of putting it on do not disturb, though. And the only things that get through are emergencies. My daughter, certain people, right? And it might be certain times during the weekend that your devices are turned off, put away, put into do not disturb mode. When I'm out with my friends, put your phone down, right? We've had parties once where everybody had to put their phone into a basket, right? Excuse me. Everyone had to put their phone into a basket, and you could get it back at the end. No, obviously, you're only going to do that at places where you trust and you know the people that you're with, right? But you can do that as well. Now, what this practice is going to do is going to help you restore your mental balance. It's going to enhance your quality of life and improve face-to-face interactions with your family and friends, because now you are fully present and aware instead of being like this. Yeah, what were you doing this weekend? Oh, yeah, no. We want to be fully engaged, fully present in what we're doing and who we're with, right? That's going to help you strengthen your personal relationships. That can help you strengthen your business relationships. It can help us with so many things. And then I want you to work on developing emotional intelligence in the workplace. That includes self-awareness, empathy, and your interpersonal skills. We can practice active listening. We can practice observing our own emotional reactions to things that are going on in the workplace. We can ask for feedback from our peers. All of these are ways that we can enhance our emotional intelligence in the workplace. Ask for feedback from our boss, from our peers, the people we work with the closest. But do it with an open heart and an open mind, a welcoming spirit, a listening ear, because sometimes it's hard for us to hear that we're not emotionally intelligent in certain spaces, right? But having a higher emotional intelligence can lead to better leadership qualities and improved workplace relationships. And those are important because a lot of us spend most of our waking hours at work, right? So we want those relationships, those interactions, and our performance to be reflective of who we are as a person, right? So we have to do these things. We have to work on our emotional intelligence in the workplace so that we know how to handle stressful situations. We know how to initiate difficult conversations with compassion. All of those things are very important. And it's going to help you because when you have a clear mind, a healthy body, a happy soul, it's mind, body, and soul. At work, your performance is going to be better. It's going to be stellar. It has no choice but to be. And attend stress management workshops. I provide these for corporations, small companies, organizations, groups, because they can provide practical tools and group support for handling workplace pressures, right? Now, these my kind of workshops, they typically include training on relaxation techniques, time management, effective communication, right? Those are some of the things that we tackle in stress management. The difference between distress and eustress, and how do we turn distress into eustress, right? How do we go from bad stress to good stress? What is good stress? What? Most people, when they think of stress, they only think of distress. They don't even know about eustress. Okay. But we're trying to have a long, happy, and healthy, fulfilling career. And we do that by learning how to control our emotions, by learning how to handle stress and anxiety, especially in high pressure positions, and how not to take those things from work, those stressors and anxiety from work, and take them home with us. And now it's affected our home environment. We don't want that. So we're going to use these techniques to help us increase our emotional intelligence, but to also help us decrease stress, anxiety, and increase our performance, increase our happiness with our job, increase our satisfaction with our growth, our understanding, right? Now, how can mindfulness help you in your professional life? That might be a question you ask. Mindfulness can significantly enhance your professional life because it's going to improve your ability to concentrate. It's going to reduce stress and it's going to boost your overall emotional resilience. Regular mindfulness practices allows you to approach workplace challenges with a clear, calm mind. That's going to what? Enhance your decision making and your creativity. Because when you're coming at something from a calm, rational mind, you're not going off of emotion. You're not operating out of emotion. You're operating out of logic and focus and intention, right? But additionally, it's helping us manage our emotions effectively. And that's crucial when we're navigating these complex interpersonal dynamics at work, right? We have to put the pieces of the puzzle together and get our toolbox together, have our resources so that we can be our best when we're at work. We're giving our best to us so that we in turn can give our best to our businesses, our clients, our jobs, right? So let's say, okay, I've got this meeting at work. Oh my God, I've got this meeting. It's so stressful. Every time we go into this, it's such a stressful thing. How can we use some of these cognitive behavioral techniques, Leanne, to manage this stress that I'm in around this project meeting or whatever? Okay. So effective cognitive behavioral techniques include identification and restructuring of our negative thought patterns. That is such a foundational thing to do. For example, when you're faced with a challenging, daunting task, instead of thinking, I can't do this, we're trying to what? Reframe and restructure our negative thoughts. So, what will we say instead? Yes, I see this as a challenge, but I'm going to tackle it step by step. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. We can't shove the whole elephant in our mouth. We're going to eat it one bite at a time. Okay? So instead of saying, I just can't do this. I don't know why they gave me this project. I hate it here, blah, blah, blah. We're going to say, this is a challenge. I see that they have such faith in me that I can do this. And yes, I can. I can tackle it step by step. Now, this shift in perspective can reduce your anxiety and empower you to handle the task more confidently and efficiently. Because normally, I think when we're looking at the whole elephant and you're standing there like, what am I going to do with this? I can't do this. I can't, there's no way. But when you've started to reframe and tell yourself, I'm just going to take this step by step, one bite at a time, pretty soon, you've ate it all. You're done. And you're like, okay, right? Because we want to be able to manage and we want to be able to say, yes, I've got this big task project, whatever, but let me start breaking it down step by step. I'm only going to look at the step in front of me. I'm not going to look all the way up at the top of the staircase. I looked up at the top because I know I need to know how far it is. But now I'm just going to focus on the step in front of me, step by step. And before you know it, you're at the top. You've completed the project. And it wasn't as hard as you thought it was going to be, right? So those are some things that we can do. Okay. They always want to call when I'm on the show. Now, when we're talking through emotional intelligence in the workplace, right? How are we going to leverage that to improve our work relationships? When we're developing emotional intelligence, what it's doing is allowing us to better understand and manage our own emotions and responses to the emotions of others. Now, this understanding is going to lead to more empathetic and effective communication because when we understand what others are going through, when we understand that it's not always about us and somebody may be grumpy or grouchy, but it might just be because their personal world may be falling apart, right? When we can have empathy and compassion for someone else, even if we don't think that person has the same for us, it's going to lead to more empathetic and effective communication. And that's going to foster a more collaborative work environment, right? Because sometimes it's a simple misunderstanding. Sometimes it is our own emotions and we haven't regulated our own emotions and they haven't regulated theirs. So boom, it's a blow up. That doesn't have to happen, right? Now, emotional intelligence is also going to help us with conflict resolution, and it's going to help enhance our leadership abilities. That's going to make you a more valuable and valued member of any team, organization, corporation. right? We want empathetic leaders who are not afraid to get their hands dirty, who know how to motivate their people, who know how to understand that their team and their people may be going through things, but how to still pull the best out of those people. So let's get into a little bit of nutrition, because I'm a foodie and I do love talking about food, right? First, I'll say that proper nutrition, it doesn't just fuel your body, but it can also fuel our career performance, okay? There are certain foods that are known to enhance concentration and our cognitive function, like blueberries for antioxidant property, for their antioxidants, walnuts for omega-3 fatty acids, and dark chocolate for the flavonoids, right? They contribute to improved neural function, and that's crucial for decision making and problem solving in professional settings, especially if you're in a high stress environment. We need enhanced concentration and cognitive function. We need to be able to think clearly and creatively and strategically about problems, challenges, and tasks ahead of us. And when we eat for our health and our wealth, our career performance is going to be boosted. Okay. But we also need to stay hydrated. You see, I got my bottle of water right here, Keen water. Shout out, right? Because it's super important in helping us maintaining cognitive and physical performance. Because dehydration can lead to reduced attention and reduced memory capabilities. So keep water with you at all times. If you're like me and you don't particularly like water, but you drink it because you need to, you can put cucumbers, lemons, fruits in there to kind of enhance the taste of the water, just to give it a slight bit of flavor, right? But you want to keep the bottle of water, your jug, your Miyoki, or your I have a Miyoki tumbler, but you might have a Miyoki, you might have a Stanley, you might have a whatever, a big jug of water. My grandmother, excuse me, when she was a teacher, she used to take a frozen jug of water with her every day, gallon jug. And every day she would drink that all throughout the day. All throughout the day. Right? So now she's got her cold water all throughout the day. I switch and alternate between cold water and room temperature water. But hydration is so important. When we're dehydrated, our skin doesn't look as glowy and dewy and beautiful. We're tired. That's gonna affect your mood. How you look and how you feel you look to yourself is going to affect your confidence, right? So we need to do the things to keep us healthy, to keep us happy, to keep our performance at peak levels. Okay? And you can do quick things for lunch. If you're going into a work environment where you have to leave your house, take your lunch with you, right? Have a turkey and spinach wrap. Have a quinoa salad with chickpeas and veggies, right? These kind of meals are going to be packed with nutrients that provide sustained energy without all the heaviness and the fillers that you get with processed foods. So when you're going grocery shopping, you stay on the outer perimeter where the freshest things are. Stay there more often. Bring home the fresh fruits and vegetables and process them. You can juice them, you can smoothie them, you can freeze them, prep them, right? so that we can have these healthy meals and we're not so weighed down, but we're still full. And then you can have a more strategic use of caffeine. Okay. Now, maybe you want a time when you have your coffee, like in the morning to boost your morning alertness, or an afternoon one to uplift without affecting your nighttime sleep, right? But you really want to limit your intake to 1 to 2 cups a day to really maximize the perks without having the dependency on the caffeine, because that's what we don't want. We don't want to get into a space to where you feel like you are having to have more and more caffeine for alertness. There's so many other things that you can do, but you can be strategic about your caffeine usage. And then make sure you're getting your supplements in, baby, especially as we get older. We've got to protect ourselves. B vitamins for metabolism support, vitamin D for your energy levels, especially when people who live in places that have limited sun exposure. Now, before you start any health regimen, you need to talk to your healthcare provider, right? Because I don't want you just going out and getting some supplements because Leanne said so. What I want you to do is talk to your doctor about your health goals and have your doctor suggest which vitamins you should take, right? Because they need to tailor it to your health needs, your health goals, and your pre-existing conditions. Because you may not be able to take certain things because they may interact with your medicine, and we always want to be safe, right? So always consult your healthcare professional, doctor, whoever, before you start anything. Okay? So, foods that can help, what brain foods that help improve our performance. Let's talk a little bit about that for a second as well. We already talked about walnuts, blueberries, right? And avocados that contain nutrients that enhance cognitive function, including memory, focus, and decision making. Walnuts have the omega-3 fatty acids that maintaining nerve cell integrity, while the antioxidants in the blueberries combat oxidative stress that can affect your brain health, right? Now, when you're incorporating these foods into your daily diet, you can lead a sharper thinking and more effective problem solving episodes at work, because now you have the focus and the clarity, and you're like, okay. And what's it going to do? You're over here solving problems. You're being a team player. You're bringing more value. It's going to make you more competitive. It's going to give you a more competitive edge in your business, in your niche, in your company that you work for. We want to have the competitive edge. We want to show that we are leaders and we are bringing so much value to the places we work so that we can be compensated appropriately, right? Now, when we're talking about our water, keep that bottle, keep that cup or whatever, and you can just take a few sips every 15 to 20 minutes. You don't have to guzzle it down, right? You don't have to guzzle it all down, like you're dehydrated, dying of thirst. But you can also hydrate by eating different foods like cucumbers, celery, and watermelon, right? Because they have high water content in those fruits and vegetables as well. Because our goal is to maintain optimal hydration, because a hydrated brain and body is crucial for mental clarity and physical energy. And we need that to give our best in our work environments. Okay? Now, Hmm. Let's talk about a little bit about the caffeine, because what I don't want to leave you with is you're thinking, oh, I did the caffeine thing and now I'm feeling all jittery, right? How can we enjoy caffeine's benefits for those who can have caffeine, like I can't have caffeine, right? Without jeopardizing your sleep. Because to me, you drink it too late, you're going to have the jitters, right? So you want to limit it to the morning or early afternoon hours. You want to avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. because it can stay in your system for up to 8 hours. 8 hours. Okay. 8 hours. 8 hours. That can interfere with your natural sleep cycles. Now, if you need an afternoon boost, you can opt for low caffeine tea, but I would say get up, get active, and take a walk outside, right? Just have a brief walk outside. That can be all that you need to boost, give you a little quick little energy boost. Now, when you're only having 1 to 2 cups a day and you're only having it early in the morning to try to help get your early morning boost in, don't do a lot of sugar because you don't want the sugar crash, right? And then instead, after 2 p.m., opt for physical activity and other things to help give you an energy boost, some energy boosting foods, maybe, because this strategy is going to help maintain your productivity and focus well into the evening. But it's also going to make sure that you can wind down effectively at bedtime and you don't have those caffeine hype jitters, right? We want to have our evening routine be calm and focused so our body starts to get into that natural rhythm and we're going to sleep well, right? And then we can always, when we're talking about getting on the go, they have, even if you can't, let's say you don't have time to go outside every day and get that movement in. You can still do desk exercise training, kind of exercises, because that's the great way. You'd be like, I don't even have 15 minutes. Hey, you can do seated leg raises, desk push-ups, chair squats, right? You can perform these kind of things in limited space, and it doesn't require you to have any special equipment, but it's going to give you that boost of energy real quick, and it's going to keep your body moving, because for those of us who sit most of the day, we get up and our legs are cramped, right? So, for example, while you're seated, you could be doing this right now. Extend one leg straight out, hold it for 2 seconds, then raise it as high as you can, hold it for 2 seconds again, and then slowly lower it down. And you're going to repeat that with your other leg, right? Now, you can do 10 on each leg, right? Now, these exercises help maintain your muscle tone, but it can also just increase your energy levels rather than reducing you to the lethargy that comes from prolonged sitting. Because when we sit, we get tired, we're not focused, right? That's what we want. So it's 10:59. It's time for me to get out of here. I love talking to you guys today. I hope you guys learned a few things, okay, about yourself, about how you're going to move forward with fitness to be successful in our careers. And as we close this episode today, I just want you to remember your health is your wealth, not just in the sense of physical fitness, but also your mental and your emotional resilience. And every step that you take towards improving your well-being is a step towards elevating your career and your personal life. You're not just surviving at that point, baby. You are thriving, sis or bruh. That's our goal. I want you to keep pushing. I want you to keep growing. And remember that us at Wake Up Happy Sis and at KCCR Cityscape Radio, we are here with you, cheering you on every step of the way. And we want to know about your progress. You can hit us up at the Wake Up Happy Sis on Instagram, on Facebook, and Wake Up Happy Sis on TikTok, and let us know what you're doing, how you're doing. So until next time, stay energized, stay empowered, and continue to wake up happy. You've been tuned in to the Wake Up Happy Sis Show on KCCR Cityscape Radio, and we will see y'all on Thursday. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Wake